greet you in the name of the lovely Lord Jesus Christ to the city elders of the Tulsa metropolitan area, across the state of Oklahoma and beyond. Wow, what a weekend we've had. Storms, power lines down, buildings affected, trees, limbs, but it's all good. I hope you still have power where you're at. And so let me start with a word, and then we'll get to the announcements, and we'll go from there. So first of all, I've been reading through the book of Numbers, and I'm telling you, I'm enjoying myself. There is so much powerful truth in this book. And Israel is trying to trek their way to the promised land, and they're coming in contact with adversaries who refuse to allow them passage. They just want to go through the land of Ammon and Moab to get to their destination. And so Og, the king of Bashan, and Sihon, the king of Heshbon, say, no doing, we're not letting you go through. They said, we'll pay you for any water, we'll pay you for any of the grasslands that our animals eat. And they said no. So what does Israel do? They have to take them out. And so finally they come to Moab. And Balak, the king of Moab, says, I've got to find me a prophet who can make a curse over these people. You know the story. He finds Balaam. Balaam was not an Israeli prophet, or a Jewish Hebrew prophet. He was from Aramea. He was an Aramean. And so he calls him, you know the story. He tries to get him to curse Israel. But Israel was in covenant. Not only were they in covenant, they were walking in purity and righteousness, and they had a covering. God was protecting them. And so Balaam tried to curse them. You know the story. Balaam tried to curse them, and he could not. From another angle, 7 more sacrifices on 7 different hills. It was just a fiasco. And finally Balaam said to Balak, listen, behold, I have received commandment to bless. And God has blessed, and I cannot reverse it. That's the condition and the position we find ourselves in because of the covenant of Calvary. We are blessed. We are protected. Now, I'd love to elaborate, but I'm going to this Thursday, I'm going to elaborate on this. You're going to be blessed. I hope you can make it. Now, some announcements. First of all, because of the power outage, the Marriott is not open, and they may not be open until Friday or Saturday. So we have a new location. We're going to be meeting at 7100 East 31st Street. That is the embassy where Dr. Paula Price pastors and was formerly Wood Lake Assembly. So if you go straight north on Sheridan to 31st Street, make a right, and the church is on the right. Now, we'll be there this Thursday morning at 8:30. You don't want to miss it. And so it's going to be a great time. Pass the word along, touch base, make a call, send a text, let someone else know. A lot of people read these texts. A lot of people watch these videos, as you know. But pass it on to someone who may not have gotten the message. We don't want them showing up at the Marriott when we're up at the embassy, okay? We thank Dr. Price for allowing us to meet there this Thursday at the embassy. Okay, now, also the international team meets this Thursday. It's the 4th Thursday of the month. And so after the general session, the international team will meet. Also, don't forget to get registered. Go to cityelders.com and register for July the 6th. United States Attorney General John Ashcroft is going to be with us. We're inviting district attorneys from across our state. Of course, senators and representatives will be there. Sheriffs from county seats, as well as chief of police. It's going to be a powerful meeting. You need to reserve your table. If you're one who reserves a table, you need to reserve it up front, because I believe this is going to be a sellout crowd. And so we want you to be there. I'm out of time. I love you. Hope to see you this Thursday, 7100 East 31st Street at the embassy. Intercessors, actually, we're going to be setting up at 7:30 instead of 6:30, and it'll be a completely different configuration. But I want to see you there, and get registered today, cityelders.com. Bye.
This just in, you're
That just
looking
in,
at
we have a breaking
obviously
news
very
story to tell you
disturbing
about.
live shot there. That is the World Trade Center, and we have unconfirmed.
When America was under attack by fundamental Islamic terrorism, the whole nation looked to United States Attorney General John Ashcroft, commissioned with the unenviable task of tracking down the perpetrator's identity and those responsible for planning the vicious attack against innocent Americans. Attorney General John Ashcroft was up to the task, having served as United States Senator, Attorney General of Missouri, and two-term governor of the same. Ashcroft is a distinguished professor at Regent University School of Law, a published author, and is a member of the Federalist Society. His accolades and accomplishments are far too many to list here, but you are invited to join with Attorney General John Ashcroft for dinner, along with district attorneys, sheriffs, police chiefs, state police, and city officials from across Oklahoma and beyond. City Elders hosts United States Attorney General John Ashcroft, Thursday, July 6th at 6:30 p.m. at the Tulsa Marriott Southern Hills. Registration is required at cityelders.com.